Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. You join us at the newly repaired bridge that will unlock some more land for us to settle and discover some new expeditions. But before we get into that, we've got a few more to finish off over in our first area. So we just go into our expeditions tab, you can see we've got an abandoned car service centre and a pharmacy there that we need to check out, as well as another destroyed bridge and an old country house. Now we've got two down in the bottom of the map here, so we can see here the country house needs a ladder and the encyclopedia, which we do have, and the pharmacy, which is a little bit further away at the top. We'll do the car service centre now, which needs a generator. So if we just go over to our lovely little vehicle here, the Pathfinder, it is already on the way doing a resource drop, so we're going to let that happen first. This is currently trading resources with our second settlement, which I've now changed the name of to Brightsun. So they're going to drop stuff off and then come back to Rusticulum, which is our first settlement. Now Brightsun's looking pretty good. Their radiation protection is a little bit low, but we can deal with that for now. They are running in a little bit of a, they're running out of wood, but that's something that we can sort out later on. Over in Rusticulum things are going well, but their population is currently not going to continue growing because they don't have enough space to expand into. I'm happy to leave that as it is now though, so we're going to deal with that later. But for now, what we need to do is drop some items into the Pathfinder and then carry on. So we do need the plant encyclopedia, we need a generator, and we also needed the ladder, I think. We might not end up needing to use that at all, though, because I think that's something to do with the stuff that we've already done. So we're going to head down south here. We're going to go to the abandoned car service centre first and get that done, and then we'll pick up the country house on the way back. We've got a little bit more of the map left to explore here. You can see some dark patches in the bottom left on the mini-map here, so we're going to have a little look through there. Once we've uncovered all of that extra land, we can then continue with today's episode. Now, I don't have much of a plan for today. I am thinking about establishing a third settlement in the north there by the second bridge that we can sort out, but for now, we're just going to deal with things as they come to us. So, over in here, the abandoned car service centre, if I just hold on to my space bar, that's your little bit of a tip there if you are like new to the game. We've got a trash container out here that we're going to go and pilfer first, see what goodies we can get out of there. Hopefully there's some good stuff in there, but also we've got to be aware of the fact that we don't have a great deal of inventory space at the moment because I've left some stuff in the Pathfinder from a previous expedition, so that's something we might need to be aware of. However, we can unlock the crate there. We can go and have a look at the mattress. Looks like somebody's been sleeping here. Whoever fixed up cars lived here for a spell too. It sure is lonesome out here. It certainly is. We've got another blowtorch, which will certainly serve us good moving forward. We've then got the control panel, which is I think what we need to attach the generator to bring the vehicle down. And again, we get some more knowledge points. We're now on 6 knowledge points. We can now bring the vehicle down. We've got to access the control panel first. That brings the vehicle down, and then we can loot the vehicle to get whatever's in it. Pop this back into our bag. There's still something here missing. That's another car on the way out, which we'll grab, and then we can end our expedition, and that 100% completes the abandoned car service centre. Great, so we'll end the expedition. We'll put everything back into the Pathfinder. We don't have enough space for those iron tools, so we'll have to come back for those and the lockpick. We'll end the expedition, then we will head on over to, I think the countryman is over here, so we'll get on over there. Oh, we've unlocked the buggy now.
Where are we going?
How have we managed that then? Low capacity but very fast. Where did that come from? Oh, it came out of the abandoned car garage. Amazing. Right, okay, so we'll have the buggy do a loot run. They can grab all of the stuff from here, which is great.
Let's go.
They are unable to do expeditions. Is that because we need a person in there? Would that be the reason? No, they are able to grab that stuff as well, so they can fill up from there. And can we just quickly grab another bit of loot from here? We can just about fill up on wood. We don't have space for the cloth, so we can come back for that. But we'll have the buggy head back to base then. Oh, amazing. We've got 2 vehicles now. That's going to make everything a lot quicker. So we'll start an expedition here, and I think this is going to be just about... we've done all of those, so we've explored there, and we can go around and get the plant using our encyclopedia, which should actually unlock some new stuff for us. I think that will give us some more seeds, maybe. Yep, we can do that, and we've unlocked potatoes. Ending the expedition now, and we can then head back to base, and we will drop this stuff off in the other area there. So our buggy should be on its way back now. We'll speed things up, let that get done, get the buggy back, and then we can maybe start doing some more exploration. You can see we've already chipped away a little bit at that big space there, but it's going to hopefully allow us to find some more buildings. There may be some expeditions left here other than the bridge at the top there. The buggy is pretty fast. That's come in really quickly. So we'll drop all of this stuff off, just replenish things. The depot's full there, so that's fine. And then I guess we can head on back out. The depot there's full, so what I'll do is I'll have the buggy head down to Bright Sun. I think the depot is on this side somewhere. Where is it? There it is. So we'll send them over to Bright Sun. We've got this one just coming in. The Pathfinder's just about to make it home. And then we'll drop that stuff off as well. There we go. Right, we can we'll dump the lead, we'll dump tools and stuff in here, and then we can resume the normal route once things are finished. So what do we need to do? We need to go back to our research. What research can we unlock? We've got plenty of knowledge points, but we don't have any of these researched yet. I think we do need to push ahead with stuff like the advanced... Where is it? It's advanced, it's some sort of advanced stuff to help. I think it's the upgraded tailor's workshop. That's what we need to press ahead for. So we're going to go with the bathhouse first. We'll start researching that. Once that's done, we'll move into maybe pharmacists and pharmacies, and then the park, and then we should be able to move on to the upgraded tailor's workshop, which will allow us to get activated carbon masks, rubber gloves, decontamination kits, and lead vests. We need to get that radiation protection boosted very, very quickly. Then we're going to go back to the Pathfinder, and we're going to send the Pathfinder up to this grey patch here. The buggy should hopefully be arriving at its new destination, and yeah, we can see them just about crossing over each other there. Probably not going to unlock any new expeditions, but we have managed to clear a little bit more of the fog of war on this journey, which is really, really good. And then I think, yeah, so my original plan, what I'm thinking about doing in this episode is establishing a brand new settlement to the north here. Now, if we have a look at what is here, it looks like there is a little bit of... We've got swampland, I think that is. We've got fertile land there as well. We've got some nice water, which is good, but there's not a lot of trees. So my idea for this place is to kind of make a little bit of farming, a little bit of scrap collecting at the top there, and then maybe replanting some forests, and we'll kind of use this as a wood hub. But this swampland is actually going to be a really good area, as well as the fertile soil. That's going to allow us to plant fruit orchards and stuff as well. So that could be very, very useful. We've also got like seeds unlocked and stuff, which could be another boon for us. What's down here? I think the buggy's over here still. No, it's the Pathfinder. So the buggy must be still waiting there. Yes, it is. The buggy is there. So we're going to have the buggy head over to this fog of war here and clear that. Then we will head on over to Bright Sun, which is at a deficit of wood at the moment, so we need to do something about that. I mean, this settlement is very small, so this could be an area that I earmark for some sort of redevelopment in the future. There's not a lot going on here, and everything's a little bit cramped. So where's my woodcutter? I can't find stuff either. That's a bit of a problem. We've got a swamp farm there. We've got the scrapyard. We've got the tree nursery, which seems to be planting up pretty well. The woodcutting lodge is currently working in that area there, but I think due to that, yeah, that's quite a distance for them. Whereas over here, we've now got quite a bit of wood that has grown, so we can have them switch back to where they're farming, and then our woodcutters are going to just move to a different area, probably over... let's have them go here. They can probably plant quite a few... Oh no, it's not the woodcutting lodge, it's the forester's hut we need. Tree nursery, there we go. So we'll have them kind of go over to this place here, and they can continue planting new trees. We've also, again, we've unlocked our new technology, so we'll go back to our research tree and we will unlock the, what do we need? Pharmacy, park. I think we're going to need to go back over to Rusticulum, then go to our research there, because that's where we have the stuff that we are going to need to do that with. So pharmacy or pharmacist. So the pharmacist produces vaccine ampules out of medical plants and plastic, and the pharmacist provides medical supply for the surrounding housing using up vaccine ampules. So we're going to take the pharmacist first so we can get that research. We do need some more herbs, which you can only get from the swamp farms. So we'll head back to our buggy, and then we'll have the buggy go and grab some herbs from the swamp farm. And then once that's kind of unlocked those little areas there, we'll shift on over, go back to the depot here, and I think there should be plenty of herbs in supply over here because we do have a fully functioning swamp farm up and running that's producing 5 herbs per hour. We got 205 in stock, so we'll grab a few herbs from here and we'll send them all the way over to Rusticulum. Exchanging goods with the settlement, we want to get the, not fibers, we want herbs. We'll take 100 herbs from Brightsun, and then we will head on over to Rusticulum to drop that off. Then we can do our research. Now, this, you know, it's a bit of a process, and once we get some automated trade routes up and running, that'll be great. But at the moment, I need to do a little bit more exploration to get stuff done and moved ahead, and I also really want to stay ahead of my research development, because every time we have some sort of rain or radioactive issue, it becomes a bit of a problem for us. We are getting closer and closer to our soil radioactivity cap and the radiation protection not being able to offer us enough to keep our citizens healthy, which means they will eventually start succumbing to the radioactive soil and stuff, and it's not good. It's not good at all. So we have our bus here. We're going to just move up a little bit. I've got an autosave coming in, so it might just go a little bit slow while that's happening. I'm going to move over to this fog here. I know, and I can see the fog is pretty clear there, but I just want to get it unlocked on the map, just for the sake of, you know, just for posterity, really. But this has been, you know, it's a bit of a slower episode today because I'm doing the little minuscule things just to get us set up and ready before we can actually go and explore a little bit more of the wasteland. We've pretty much cleared the whole, you know, western side of the map here, so we've just got like centralized areas to get done. I think there may be another, like there might be more scope. There might be another bridge that we need to unlock on the next piece of land. I'm not too sure. We don't really know until we actually do the exploration. But I think we can probably set up a third settlement here. We'll do that before the end of the episode, and then we can start planning what we're going to be doing there. It shouldn't take us too long now to get this research complete, and I think what we might end up doing is just using some loot runs to get everything picked up, and then we'll use that to start a new settlement. Obviously we're going to have to grab a few people just to make it happen. So we've got radiation coming in soon, which is very, very unfortunate for us, because we really need to push ahead with some of our research and get that new stuff done. Decontamination kits are going to be really, really important very soon. So it looks like this is just going to be vast open land with nothing much going on here. I'm slowly uncovering every area of the map here. It looks like there's something there, though. That is going to be another expedition for us, which is brilliant. That might be something very useful for us, because I've never seen that building before. So let's go on over there, and we'll just slow down. I'll start the expedition here. It looks like it might just be an old ruin. It's lots of scrap, so it could be a scrap area, or it could be something else. The delivery truck is going to need opening, I think. We've got a fire axe from it, from an old container there, so we should be able to crack open that. We have iron tools, but we are going to need a lockpick for that, so we'll have to come back here. There's a car down there as well that I just missed. We can go grab this pallet. Should be something in that. And then the delivery truck we should be able to crack open with the axe that we picked up. Oh no, it just automatically opens. And there is some rubber gloving in there, which is really good. We got plenty of knowledge points though. 8 now from the expeditions that we're doing so far, which is really, really good going for us. We're doing pretty well. Quite happy with how this playthrough is going. I don't know if we've got raiders in game yet. That was one of the big first updates from Endzone 1. And it changed the dynamic of the game, really. It changed how you played it. You were a lot more conservative and defensive, and I never actually ended up playing around too much with fighting back at raiders. I always just paid them off, to my detriment, really, because my citizens ended up really struggling, and it made my first playthrough of Endzone 1 really difficult, because I seemed to always be running at a deficit. I'm just going to switch over because I've just realised this buggy's been idling for quite some time, and I want to just get it into a little bit of open space while the Pathfinder just mops up these last bits of the map here. Like I said, I know and I can see the fog of war is pretty clear around here, to the point where I can't even see the area on the map that I need to do. Okay, so our citizens want to organise a celebration. It's going to cost food and water. We're going to do that. We let them do it. They needed it. We've had a celebration. I don't know what settlement that was from, so we'll just have to wait and see and hope that they don't run into a food deficit, but we should be okay. I'm really pleased we've managed to unlock a new buggy, though. That's very good. That saves me having to research, but obviously being able to research them would be useful, because I guess we could build even more and get even more trade routes established. The buggies are definitely more for the exploration because of their speed and their versatility, but they don't have the same tool capacity as the Pathfinder, which is a little bit of a slower machine. However, you can do a load of expeditions in the Pathfinder, given the amount of tools that you can fit in it, but the buggy obviously will allow you to get around the wasteland a little bit quicker. So it's quite nice that we've got a bit of variation on the vehicles that we can use. That is exciting. It makes the game a little bit more varied and offers us a lot more. We've got a sickness breaking out. I'm not sure where that is. We're just going to leave it. We're going to let them get sick for now. But at the moment, yeah, happy days. We have just about uncovered most of this north side of the map, so the Pathfinder can come back down, I think, and we'll have them explore over here, and then we'll just switch back to moving the buggy around little bit by little bit. And once this is done, we can maybe just have a quick look at planning our new settlement. I'm just going to move the buggy up here because I can see a little bit on the mini-map that isn't quite uncovered. I imagine this might be quite frustrating for viewers, but I'm sorry, I just can't stand having the map not fully cleared. Having those dark patches on the minimap is quite frustrating. There's a loot run there, an old ruin, and then we will just come on over here, and this should be the end of it. Looks like that might be an expedition, or it could just be another loot. It's an expedition. We will let the Pathfinder pick that one up, and then we'll only have a few more expeditions left, I think. We've just to 100%, and then that'll be this entire area pretty much clear. Yeah, the buggy is making a lot more progress than the Pathfinder in just cutting through areas, which is very useful. And what we can now actually do is set up a scrap run to the abandoned scrapyard that is just in the south of the map here, that we unlocked a few episodes ago. So that'll allow us to get in some more scrap. The radiation levels are rising. It is here. We're just going to have to see how we cope. I don't think this is going to be particularly good for us. It might mean that we are going to have to really push our research and development in order to get things sorted. Right, the buggy has now finished, so we're going to send it up to this base here, and then we're going to have the Pathfinder do a little bit more of the lion's share of the work. So looking at what expeditions we've got left to do, we have the pharmacy down here. We then have a ruin over there. We've got a house over there. And we've got that almost, country house at the top, which needed the lockpick. So we're going to have the Pathfinder go back to Rusticulum and pick up the lockpick. And then they're going to go and finish that country house off. Then we will have a quick look over here. Rusticulum is now, difficult. It's going to get really tough there now. They don't have enough radiation protection to survive, so we might start having some contamination levels coming up. We need to really push our research. Now, we did unlock some research, but to get the next level, which is the pharmacy, we can do that now, which is great because we've got vaccine ampules stored in there. Then we can move on to the park. Then we can unlock our next tier and get the upgraded tailor's workshop. Now, what we are waiting for, though, we are going to have to build something new in this settlement. We are going to go to our construction menu. We are going to have a look at, I think it's trades and crafts, is it? No, it's not. Is it raw materials? It's not the swamp farm because we can't put one down here, and it's not the plantation. It is, I definitely had it unlocked. It was something to make vaccine ampules. So that must be somewhere. It's not water. Raw materials, no. Trades and crafts, workshop. This is all workshop based stuff. Glassworks we don't need. Industry, no. Mines, we've got that unlocked. Cisterns. Okay, so where do we produce? Let's have a quick look. Produces vaccine ampules out of medical plants and plastic. So where do we find the pharmacist? Let's have a quick look. I must be missing it somewhere. It's not a decoration. Oh, it's a community building. Right, okay. So, benefits from the production of plastic and herbs. Now, we don't have any herbs here. They don't grow here because we don't have a swamp farm. So we want to probably have it near where we have plastic being produced, which will be over in this side of the settlement where our scrap sorters are. Now, I can see it over here. But the problem is, if we build it there, we are going to be in a bit of... Actually, we can build it here. That's going to be fine. We'll pop it right there. It's near our plastic production. There's a depot nearby, and it's got a road link to the town centre. So that's where we'll start producing our vaccine ampules. But we're then going to need to set up a trade route with our herb growers. And that might mean it's definitely going to be time to build our new settlement. So getting the vaccine ampules should be really helpful for us and being able to use them. But we will now need to build a pharmacist. So once that's been researched, we can build the pharmacy near to our settlement and our buildings. They'll probably end up benefiting from having the pharmacist nearby so that the vaccine ampules can move around quicker, but I don't think that's going to be possible. I'd rather be able to churn out the vaccine ampules quicker than this sort of stuff. So if we have the pharmacy in the village, I imagine that's what would boost the efficiency of that, and villagers would be a bit happier. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up a trade route again, and we do that by setting a transport route. We're going to do a new transport route. We're going to assign our buggy to it, select that, and then we're going to have them move to this first inventory slot. We want them to put stuff in there. They need a waypoint, so we're going to send them to Rusticulum. No, we're not going to have them start there. We're going to have them start here at Brightsun. And then in Brightsun, they're going to load up inventory space. They are going to bring herbs. We want them to bring about 20 herbs at a time into there. Then they are going to go to Rusticulum, and they are going to unload all of the herbs. We're going to accept that, and that is our transport route on the way. So over here we've got the unnamed. We should do this. We should rename them, shouldn't we? Let's can we rename them now? Yes, we can edit the transport route. We gotta name this herbs to Rusticulum. There we go. Excellent. Right, that is now named. We can probably get rid of that transport route because Brightsun's self-sustaining now. It's doing pretty well. I think they're producing masks and stuff, so they're able to stand on their own feet by the looks of things. If I just have a quick look, we've got a material depot there, we've got the food depot, we've got cisterns. I'm sure I have put in, got a plantation there, they've got a weaving mill, they've got a tailor's workshop. Do they have a charcoal burner? I don't think they do. A wood cutting lodge, they've got a recycler. Yeah, they are missing out on charcoal burner. So they've got the tailors, which are producing the carbon masks. They've got cloth. Oh no, we do have a charcoal kiln here. So good, they are ready to go. So now our buggy is just going to make these runs. They're going to drop off herbs at Rusticulum, and we're going to be able to get the Pathfinder loaded up now with all of the stuff that it needs to continue its stuff. What am I saying? Stuff. Right, okay, so let's have a quick look at our final expeditions for today. We've got a pharmacy at the top there that needs the fire axe. We've also got the almost finished country house, which needed lockpicks. So what we'll do is we'll load up the fire axe and we will load up the lockpicks. So we'll be able to go and sort them out now. Then we'll come back, we'll drop off, and we'll pick up our new kit to carry on with the final expeditions for this area. So I'm going to go to the pharmacy first. We'll head up there, and the Pathfinder will go and do that mission. The buggy is now currently transporting resources to and from Rusticulum, which is exactly what we need. And what we could do is we could have that buggy actually take some resources back to Brightsun, and then they can have this nice little exchange going. But I do think it's time for a third settlement in this area because they're going to be able to mass produce a lot of the raw materials we might need. I don't know what the Pathfinder is doing. He seems to be dancing around all over the place, but we're nearly there. We'll get that expedition done, and then I think we'll probably finish off with the final couple of expeditions to have this area completely cleared. I think we are going to need to start pushing out and looking for places where we can actually mine stuff, because I imagine the next area is going to have a little bit more in terms of raw materials like iron or lead or whatever it is we can get from the map. So we've made it. Let's start the expedition, and this is one of our final expeditions for our first area. We're going to go loot the car. We've got a ladder there, we've got a crate and a door. I think the door can be broken open with the fire axe, so that is going to give us access to some more stuff. Yes, there we go, we are in. We've got to check out what could be in there. Oh, it's a nice little bit of lore. Amazing. Shelf and a crate. And it's great that we can pick up extra bits and pieces that will help us out with expeditions, because I imagine once we get a few more vehicles, we'll be able to load them up with loads of different ones, and it'll really help us churn out multiple expeditions as quickly as possible. So that pharmacy is now done. We can end our expedition, and then we can take our Pathfinder, and I think we need to go over here, because in the middle of the wilderness, there is another expedition. In fact, let's just make my life easier. Go to our expeditions. I missed it by a long shot, and we'll take the Pathfinder over there. Right, research is now done, so we can now look at unlocking the park. We'll do that at Rusticulum, and then we can unlock our additional research. We've still got 6 research points left, and then we can maybe have Bright Sun do that. We need iodine for that. So, how do we get an iodine mine? We don't have that unlocked yet, but thankfully, I think Rusticulum does have some iodine in there from expeditions that we've done, which is fantastic, because that's going to allow us to get that all-important decontamination kit stuff that we need. We're doing really well. I'm quite happy with how this is going. Churning out the expeditions has really helped us out. So we're going to do this final one here, and then I will head down south. All we need to do here is lockpick, I think. Yes, it was this crate here, so we'll go get that lockpicking done, and that should give us another knowledge point, taking us up to 7. Doing the research early on is really, really helpful. It's certainly going to give me a lot more. I do have the lockpicks here, don't I? Can't be cracked without... Oh, I need 4 iron tools. It's got nothing to do with the lockpicks. That was silly of me. Right, okay, so we'll head back down to base. Don't even know if I have iron tools here. We do. We've got 20 of them. Right, that was annoying. But we're getting herbs in here. We've got the pharmacy. I think that should now be built. Or the pharmacist. Yes, we do. We just need a worker to go in there. So let's find our professions. We want a... Where are they? A pharmacist. We'll put 2 pharmacists in there. They can start producing vaccine ampules from the herbs that we're getting in. And we've got the plastic being used there as well. We've got the plastic being used there as well. And yeah, great. So our research is going well. Our scrap is running low. Let's have a look at where our scrap collectors are, because I think I'm having them move to quite a large area. If I just find my scrap yard, yeah, they're over there at the moment. So it is taking them a lot longer to go and get the scrap. So if I can just put them... Is there somewhere where we can have them collect scrap nearby? No. So I think probably the best thing to do is to have them come over to this area, which does take them a bit longer, but then have more scrap collectors put in there. Where are we? Scrap collectors. Are they the salvagers? Yeah, they're salvagers. So we'll max out our salvagers. Oh, we better just drop it down to 1. We are going to probably need to build some more houses as well. So let's go and build some huts. We've got plenty of bricks now, actually. So what I'll do is we can upgrade that, can we? What does that upgrade it to? Does that upgrade it to... Let's speed up. I want to see. Does this upgrade... I think that might actually upgrade it to a hut. So demolishing and rebuilding, which is what I've been previously doing, was a bad idea. Right, we don't have long left of this episode, so I'm going to drop everything off here, and we'll drop off the axe, we'll drop off the lockpick, we'll drop that off. Then I'm going to grab 4 iron tools, which is what I needed for this. So we want to go like that, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. We'll take 1. Then our final expeditions. Let's have a look at what we need. So, we know we need 4 iron tools up there. We also need... The house needs a lockpick, a ladder, and the encyclopedia. The ruin just needs a lockpick, and then we've only got the destroyed bridge left. We've got a ruin there, which we need a lockpick for. The country house needs 1 iron tool, by the looks of things. And that's... No, it's not 1 iron tool, though. It needed 4. We've got a house left there, and we've got the ruin. So it's a lockpick, a ladder, and the encyclopedia. That's what we need, and that will finish everything off in terms of our exploration, which has been a really good run for us. So we want that, and we want the lockpick. And great. Right, okay. So we're going to start off by heading back up to the expedition that I foolishly mismanaged just before. So let's get the Pathfinder queued up once the autosave is finished.
I'm at the wheel.
Amazing. We'll drive over there, and then we'll come back to Rusticulum, where let's just have a look at the houses and see if they've actually just upgraded to huts. When I find the place, there we are. Right, okay. It has actually upgraded to a hut, which is brilliant. So that gives us a bit more population as well. And we are going to start having some more children born. It's fantastic. We've got a pavilion there. We've got a campfire there. We've got our town centre. I don't think we're able to build a market yet. I think that's our next research. We've got parks done. We've got that done. And then we can now research the upgraded tailor's workshop, which actually gives me a really nice safety barrier, because now I can start getting some better... I've got 40% radiation protection, but that's from stuff that I've gathered in the environment. So that's lucky. But we've got more work to do here to get things up and running. Now, what I want to do is, I just want, before we finish off here, I want to have a look at my plantation, because I think we will have unlocked some new stuff here. So we've got a plantation here. No, that's a foraging hut. Where's our plantation? There it is. Right, so what seeds can we put here? We can get natural latex, which is going to be really useful for making rubber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second plantation here. And then we're going to be able to start producing some rubber. We'll put the plantation here. Now, I'm not sure what depot it actually needs, so we're going to have to be aware of that. We'll put the plantation here. Once that's been built, there is a depot nearby, and then we'll start growing some natural latex in this area here. And if we do need to put a basic, like a normal depot there, that's what we can do. So it's not really an issue. I do want to get some more professions in, so we're going to need to add in some more. Where are we looking here? I think we need... It's not a forester, it's not a recycler, it's a gardener. We need some more gardeners. There we go. We'll put 4 gardeners in. Then we'll slow things down a second here, because I'm letting things get out of control. We'll get natural latex, and we will start digging out where we're going to plant this. And I kind of like that they're a little bit wayward with the planning of this, so it's just a bit all over the place. You never know what you're going to get. So I'll try and bring it down so that we can actually have at least some sort of uniformity with the farm. And there we go. They'll start growing some natural latex for us, which we can then turn into rubber. Right, we're going to finish this expedition finally, and then we will head back down. So we haven't actually got our new settlement up and running this episode, but we will do that immediately when we start our next one. I'm going to finish off these final expeditions so that we can be done with all of our exploring here. That was really good, actually. That is perfect. We got a lot of stuff that we could really use there, so we can end that expedition. We got 50 rubber gloves and another lockpick. Oh, I just unlimited. There we go. Right, excellent. And then we're going to head down south, then south, and get our final expeditions done. We got a house over here that we're going to go over to. We're going to grab our vehicle and our Pathfinder. We're going to head right down there. Then we can speed things up a little bit. We still got research underway. We've got an empty work area. What is this for? The foraging hut. Okay, I wonder why that is. Let's have a look. Ah, doesn't look like they've got any forests to go to. So let's see if we can just push them out a little bit further. And do we have a forester's hut here? Not a forester's hut. We're growing plenty of natural latex here. This is Rusticulum. That's why Let's get this area reforested. So I'm going to put in a new tree nursery, and I'm just going to put it, I don't know, we'll put it here where the angle is, because they can start foresting right over here, and then hopefully we'll regrow some of the trees and stuff that are here. There is another, somewhere around here, there's a tree nursery. They're growing areas there. We've unlocked the upgraded tailor's workshop now, which is fantastic, so we can have a look at some other research. We can probably ease up a little bit now here and have a look at maybe upgrading some other stuff. I think a farm is going to be the next good thing for us, because we can use fertile soil for that to produce food. So let's research that, and then we can have a look at doing stuff like the vulcanizer, which we're going to need to create our rubber from natural latex, and then we can maybe upgrade all of our depots as well. Water towers are going to be good as well, because that will boost the storage capacity for water, so we can do ourselves give ourselves a lot of help there. Our radiation protection has now expired, so we're running a little bit short in terms of what we can offer. I think being able to produce just rubber gloves should be enough, because it looks like it was those that were putting us up over that 40% mark, so that actually buys us a little bit of time. But I think the decontamination kits require iodine, which is why we're going to need to get out into the next wasteland area and look for some of those mines that we're going to need to use. So we've got plenty of stuff here. We've got this plant we can grab, which is going to give us some more seeds, thanks to the encyclopedia. What's going to be? Sunflowers, by the looks of things. I wonder what we can use that for. Right, we've got a plank here as well, which is very useful. We'll add the plank to the bottom support there, and that should allow us to get up to that area. We've got a ladder as well, but we've already brought one with us, so we don't need another one. But I'll grab this crate. We will have a look at this bottom support next. What is that? Iodine. Oh, amazing. We might actually need to use that very soon. Get this bottom support on. We put the ladder on there. Then we can climb up the ladder. Then that allows us to access things like the shelf and the safe in here, which we're going to need the lockpick for. There we go, even more iodine, which is amazing. What are we missing? There's something we haven't picked up here to finish it off 100%. It might just be the ladder. I'm not seeing anything else here. Let's climb down, and then we'll pick up our ladder. Can we pick this ladder up? It says 85%, so yes, it was. Just picking up the ladder gave us what we needed. We'll head back into the Pathfinder. We can't put the two ladders in there, so we'll just leave that. We'll get all the iodine we need, head back into that. We've 100%ed that one, and then our final expedition is going to be this old ruin here. So we're going to head over there, find our Pathfinder again, and speed on over. We're doing well on our research. We've got plenty of other ruins here that we can just do loot runs in, and I think that'll help us stabilize our new settlement. Rusticulum is running low on cloth. It looks like we're using a bit of that, but it seems to be coming back in quite nicely. Rubber gloves are definitely going to be what we need to start producing, so we're going to look to do that next episode, and then we can start our final expedition here. So next time, it's going to be a new settlement and getting our rubber glove production up and running. But today we have finished off all of our expeditions in our first area of the zone. We're able to do a few more bits and pieces of exploration here just to finish this one off. What am I missing here? What's not been unlocked? Ah, over here we've got a shelf and some paintings. What does the painting do? Oh, it's more lore. Amazing. This is a big exploration area. Oh, we're walking up the ruined wind turbine.
Done.
And then we can go to the shelf, and there's a safe behind the painting. Very cool. And that is it. We are done. Another knowledge point, taking us up to 11 knowledge points. We got some vaccine ampules there, there's some plastic, some more iodine. We can end our expedition back into the Pathfinder. And we're going to need to come back and just pick up a few bits and pieces that were left behind from these places. But that is a good day's work. All right, I think we can probably say goodbye now. We have done pretty well. We've now got the plantation here growing some rubber. We need to put some more people in the tree nursery to reforest the area around this space, so we can hopefully get some new growth in there that is going to help out our foraging hut, because they're running a little bit low on food. But food here is looking pretty good. If we have a quick look over at Brightsun, they're doing pretty well as well. Everyone's well established, and I think we're in a safe place and ready to move on to our next area. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Endzone. Thank you all for watching and sticking by the channel for this one, and I will see you next time. Bye.